Today, I want to talk to you about how to carry things without it annoying you when you run. So it's a Tuesday morning. I'm losing track of the week already. It's bank holiday week. Weekend just gone. So it's feels like a Monday, although it's a Tuesday. So Tuesday. It's a lovely sunny Tuesday morning. Temperature's gone up a little bit. It felt like we just gone from summer to autumn really quickly over the past week or so. But weather's looking a bit nicer, a bit warmer today. 17 degrees. So today is all about running, one of my favourite topics. And this one's it doesn't sound very interesting, exciting, but it's so important. If you ever do the long distance stuff, endurance running, or even if you're just going to go out for some longer social runs, then as soon as you get into the realms of fueling territory, so I normally say, usually half marathon. I might go out and do a half marathon without fuel, but anything above and beyond that, I would certainly be fueling up for it. Otherwise, I'd hit the wall. And that's what works for me. Everybody's going to be slightly different. If you're not an experienced runner, it might be 6-7 miles you might need to refuel. Either way, you'll either get it right or you'll work it out the hard way by hitting the wall, which I don't recommend. So this is really important because when you do a longer run, especially if you do the marathon stuff. Now, I don't know if you've ever dabbled with energy gels, but they're obviously so important when you're doing longer distance running. The fueling strategy is paramount for you getting around in the time that you want, or just getting around if that's the goal. And if you read the back of these energy gel manufacturing guidelines, the amount you have to consume is huge. I mean, it's basically, they recommend take one every 20 minutes. But if you do a marathon, even if you're a kind of a top 20% of marathon runners, which are sub 4 hour marathon runners, even for 4 hours, what you got like 12 energy gels you have to take. They're all quite bulky. You're not going to be able to fit in your pockets. You get these kind of bum bag things you can kind of use, carry cases. But when you have that much weight, they're quite weighty as well. They're thick, gloopy gel. So it starts, if you wear something around your waist, which a lot of people do, you get this kind of momentum where you run, where it just shakes up and down like this, doom, 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 and it's really off-putting. It affects your running. It cramps your stomach up as well, and it's just not advisable. So it causes more discomfort and irritation when you're running, which is the last thing you want when you're trying to get around a marathon or something of that distance. So my recommendation, again, I've got no affiliation with these, is a company called Flip Belt. Now it's quite expensive, about £20 for a little bit of kind of elasticated material which goes on your waist. It's quite tight, but it's really soft material, so it fits quite snugly. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, which is really, really important, and it's not too constricting, i.e. doesn't squeeze you too tight either, which is really important. And it has all these little slits in it where you can basically get 4 or 5 gels in each little section. And it's all basically, it's an open cylinder. I'll talk about it when I wear it, but this is a shorter kind of 5-6k run this morning, so I'd only take it out if I was doing more than a half marathon, especially if I've got this camera to take. The other good thing about it is, not only is it good for gels, it's really stretchy, so you can get like water bottles in it, you can get this camera in it, you can get all sorts of things, keys, phone, all sorts of things, and it doesn't kind of bulkily have the momentum of every stride. It's not uncomfortable for wear. So I really recommend it because it's been game changing for me when I'm doing long distance stuff. I can carry everything I need without it causing me disruption when I run, which is super, super important. Just going to pass someone. Morning. There's 2 dogs doing a standoff here. Could be an attack in a minute. The one I've just passed is bigger than the one I'm running towards, so I fear for this little fella if they have a fight. Anyway, I digress. Just going to run past these people. Morning, how you doing? So it's it's really important to find a solution for you. Now, basically, to summarise this, is it's not going to be a one size fits all. I'm talking about what works for me. Everybody's got different body shapes and different things, but I think to summarise, the less you can carry with you, the better. So if you're going out for social runs and you're not worried about time or anything, I'd often suggest finding a route where you can stop at convenience stores and get an energy drink, some Jenny Babies or something that's going to give you a high carb boost. But when you're on race day, you're going to need something. I mean, the good thing about the big race events is they generally have energy gel tables and stuff like that, but the smaller events won't have the budget for that or the sponsorship for that. So they end up with, you won't get what you need if you rely on the fuel stations or the water stations of a big event. I normally never carry fluids, pure and simply because even on the smaller events, they always provide you with water, which is the only thing I drink when I run. I don't like taking energy drinks when I run because I use my gels for that. The other thing to consider with gels is if you're running an event, they're obviously going to be providing the gels that they're sponsored by, not the ones that necessarily agree with your digestive system. Don't make the mistake of trying something new because it's free and available when you run. You should have practiced this and know what works with your digestion and what doesn't. So really, really important not to dabble and test new things on an actual race because you'll pay the penalty. So my advice is flip belt. As I stated, less is more. The less you can carry, the better you'll be. But certainly essentials on a long run or a race is your fueling strategy. And unfortunately, it has a weight. You have to be able to carry it. And the other process is that how do you actually open these things whilst you're running? And the only way I still haven't mastered this. I still, regularly will open a gel and spill it on my hands and get sticky hands and all that stuff, which is horrible and annoying. So I might have to watch a few YouTube clips for the best way to open energy gels. But practice is crucial. Go out with your running belt on, put your gels in there, and practice doing it whilst you're running it, whatever your pace or target pace for the race will be. But I haven't found a better carrying case, i.e. belt, than flip belt. And the other good thing about it is the reason it's called flip belt. You put everything in and you flip it over, so all of the openings, there's no zips or anything on it, and then against your skin or your against your body, so there's nothing's going to fall out. And it's that really stretchy, tight material, really grippy, so nothing falls out anyway. When I carry this camera and selfie stick in there as well when I'm doing longer runs. So try it out, check it out. It's 20 quid. If you're going to start doing longer stuff, marathons, it's a really, really worthwhile investment because I've done races before where I've used kind of cheaper, kind of bog standard running belts, and just the whole momentum of something going up and down, and shaking on your body and on your belly in particular. I've tried all sorts on my front, on my back. You can get these kind of vests as well, but honestly, when you're running is the least amount of clothing you can possibly get away with, and also carry as least amount of stuff as possible. That's the ultimate summary to this episode. The less you carry, the better. Got a car near taking me out. So that's point one. And if point two is get a good carry belt which suits your body shape. Everybody's got a different body shape, and a fit belt might not be comfortable for different body sizes and shapes. Certainly very comfortable for anybody who's got a similar shape to me. But you do get different sizes of it as well. So don't worry if you are a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. There's a size that will generally work for you. So have a look. Hope you find it useful. Hope this is good value, but it's something that's so important. And believe you me, these are little marginal gains. I talk about this going back to the example of Dave Brailsford and Team Sky, when it was Team Sky before Team Ineos, and how we got Bradley Wiggins and Chris Froome and Geraint Thomas to Tour de France victories. It was all through marginal gains. There was no stone left unturned. So when you're doing like long distance endurance events, success leaves clues, and you don't get many more long distance and more endurance focused than the Tour de France. So just analyse what you're doing, look if you can make little improvements. It might give you a few seconds here and there, but that can be the difference between you achieving what you set out to achieve and not. So consider that. So I hope you found this useful. One more time to summarise: carry as little as possible, wear as little as possible, because these are all things that can cause issues when you're running. When you're carrying your fueling, don't try new gels when you're running. Practice with them beforehand and carry them in a running case which is comfortable and doesn't shake up and down and cause you discomfort when running. Really, really important. My recommendation is Flip Belt. Try it out if you want. Like I say, I'm not affiliated with them, but just my personal recommendation. You've probably seen me wearing it in some of the earlier episodes. I have a black waistband around my waist. That's what it is. I only carry it on runs when I'm running more than half a marathon. So on my longer runs at the weekend, I'll highlight it in a future episode. So hope you found it useful. Any questions, drop me a comment. I will always respond. If it's a bigger question, I'll do a vlog episode, tag you in. And if you think someone's going to get value from this, please share it or tag them in, or just give it some likes and engagement. It'll reach more people. If it's not for you, absolutely fine. Just unfollow and friend me, and it won't clutter up your feeds. But do check out my Facebook group or YouTube channel. Just search Runpreneur and you'll find it. And because all of my historical episodes are catalogued by topic, I do a different topic every day. So there might be something that meets your approval and you want to dab in and out as well. So don't miss that. Also, subscribe to my other channels as well. Pure simply, I'm starting to do unique content for each platform now. So really worthwhile. If you're not new, so just follow me on the other platforms as well. That's it for me today. So as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.